Hey guys, happy Earth Day. I hope that you are enjoying life in general and that I hope you are celebrating Earth Day. But this class, we're going to focus on just a nice stabilizing and grounding class for all of you on Earth Day. So make sure you have your blocks, any other props you might need. Even being close to a wall could be very beneficial today for some standing poses. And have a great attitude. So let's begin by coming down onto the mat, right into a table position, okay? And let's spread those fingers nice and wide. And then I want you to make sure that you can see the elbow creases here. And I want you to rotate them forward so that they're pointing to the inside of your thumbs or heading up towards the middle fingers, okay? And let's put those wrists right below the shoulders. And then our knees are right below the hips, okay? And then we're going to slowly pause for a moment and push the earth away. Zip up that core, lengthen your tailbone, and then now slowly extend the right leg back. For a moment, have the right foot on the ground, tuck the toes under, press back to your heel. As you press back to the heel, continue to lengthen the tailbone down and feel your belly ribs push up towards the back of your body. Then lift the right leg up and press that right heel straight back. So you're feeling that glute engage. You're feeling your hamstring engage. And then continue to feel the belly lift up towards the ceiling, okay? This could be it for you today. Making sure, too, before we lift up the left arm, that you're pressing that left knee down and your left foot's not popping in or out. It's right in line with the hip. But when you're ready, let's slide that left arm up, left thumb up towards the ceiling. Pull that left arm bone back in the shoulder socket. Reach through those left fingers. Good, then slowly release. We'll change sides here. So we'll extend the left leg back, tuck the toes under the ground, press back through the heel. All right? Let's continue to make sure that the elbow creases are rotating forward. That we're not letting our right foot right now kick out to the left or to the right. It's nice and centered with the hip. When you're ready, you're zipping up the core. You're going to lift up the left leg, press to the heel. Those left toes are pointing towards the ground. And then if it's comfortable today, you're going to lift up the right arm too. Right thumb up towards the ceiling. Pull the right arm bone back in the shoulder socket. Keep lifting the belly ripped up towards the ceiling. Okay, and feel that nice balance between the left hand and that right leg, helping to stabilize you here. Inhale, exhale, let's release. Changing sides again, okay? So let's lengthen the right leg. You can have the toes tucked under for a moment, press back through your heel, push the earth away with the hands, zip up your core, then lift up the right leg again. Keep lifting that belly ribs up towards the ceiling. Then we'll lift up the left arm. Okay, and then we're going to inhale here, and when we exhale, let's bring the left elbow right into the chest. Really press into that right hand and that left leg to stabilize you. Inhale, lengthen out. Again, bring it in. Lengthen out. Bring it in. Lengthen out. In. Let's do it one more time, everybody. Lengthen. Crunch in. Become a tight little ball here, push the earth away, press that foot down. Good, lengthen and release. If you need to shake off your wrist for a second, go right ahead. We're changing sides. The left leg lengthens back, left toes tucked under, press back through your heel. Continue to lengthen your tailbone for the belly ribs, push them toward the back of your body. Then we're lifting up that left leg, left toes point towards the earth. Press that left hand down, right knee's helping to stabilize and counterbalance from that left side. And then let's lift up that right arm, right thumb up. Inhale here, and as we exhale, let's crunch in. Repeat, lengthen, crunch in. Do it 3 more times. Really feel that left hand and that right leg stabilizing you here. Last one, let's hold. Great, lengthen and release. Push the ground away. Everyone lift up, shake the hands off for a moment. Okay, good job. Hands come back down, tuck under the toes. Let's roll it back to downward facing dog. Pedaling our feet here. Let's also be aware of spreading those fingers nice and wide. So you're pressing all the pads of the fingers into the earth. And everyone look at the elbow creases, rotate them up towards the ceiling. Take those shoulder blades down your back. Thigh bones press back. Inner heels press towards the outer heels. Very good. Okay, now either come down to table and bring that right leg forward to come to a runner stretch. We'll lift that right leg up in the air for a three-legged dog. Right toes point towards the earth. And as we exhale, step that right foot forward, okay? Really feel that right foot soak into the ground, but don't crip up the toes. Press back to that left heel. Zip up your core. Stay strong here. Lift that torso up. Hands come on the hips for a moment. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift up out of the pelvis. Lift the sternum up. Belly the ribs. Push towards the back of your body here. Arms come up overhead. Thumbs to the back of the room. Feel stability and strength here, okay? Through your legs. Feel that right foot soaking into the ground. Press down through that left heel. Lift up out of the pelvis. Inhale and then exhale. Let's release down. Let's step back into a plank. And I want you to pause in a plank pose for a moment, okay? So if you do need to come down on your knees, wholly fine, but keep pushing the ground away. But though we're pushing the earth away, the hands are grounded down into the earth, right? They're stuck there. Okay, and we're rotating the eyes and the elbows forward. Take those shoulder blades down your back. Lengthen that tailbone. Engage those glutes. Nice, okay? And then let's shift forward on those tippy toes. We're gonna come all the way down, but if you do need to drop the knees, do that, but hug elbows in. Come all the way down. Bring the pelvis down in contact with the earth. Let's flatten those toes. Everybody bring the hands under your shoulders. Let the forward touch the earth. Elbows hug in, shoulder blades down your back. Press that pelvis into the ground. Inhale, begin to lift the chest up and head up a little bit. Pause with a little baby cobra. Feel your feet soak into the ground. Keep lengthening your tailbone and then lift the torso up now higher. Waving up into your cobra. Okay, that pelvis is down. Elbows are hugging in. We're lifting up through the crown of the head, pulling the head back. Slowly wave it down. Feel that pelvis pressing in the earth. Feel the muscles of the body working to help bring you down. Stay grounded here. Inhale, waving on up. Another round of cobra. Good. Slowly wave down. One more, everybody. Press that pelvis down, lengthen your tailbone, feet press down, inhale, coming up. Feel the hands soaking into the ground, but they're not having all the weight in the hands. You're still using the muscles of the back, the core to lift you up. Shoulder blades down your back. Good. Melt down. Nice job, everybody. We're going to head back to down dog here. So if you need to press up the table to ground yourself to going back to down dog, do that. If you want a little extra work here, hands stay under the shoulders. Keep your toes pointed. Hug your elbows in. Feel your thigh bones lift to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Push up into your pointed toe plank. Stay grounded for a moment. Again, feeling the strength and the grounding of the hands and the feet in the earth. Head back to down dog or do 2 push-ups for a little bit of extra grounding and strengthening. When you get back to down dog, spread your fingers wide, rotating eyes and the elbows up towards the ceiling. Take those shoulder blades down your back. Feet reaching for the earth. Good. We'll go ahead and lift that left leg up now. Left toes point towards the earth. And then step forward. That foot. The Let's stay on the balls of the right foot. We're gonna lift up. Lengthen our tailbone down. Zip up the core. Feel the belly ribs pushing towards the back of your body here, okay? When you're ready, arms up overhead, thumbs to the back of the room. Breathe. Again, just feel yourself being solid in your stature. You're grounding here in the moment. Soft gaze forward. Inhale and then exhale. Release. Runner stretch. And then let's all step forward. Right foot next to left foot. Soak the feet into the ground. Really press them down. And then inhale, begin to rise up. And as you rise up, feel those feet pressing firmly into the earth. Thighs are hugging in. Arms up overhead. Hands through heart center. Okay. If you have a block, grab a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a towel instead, or maybe a small pillow. We're gonna do a little one-legged mountain pose here, okay? But before we get into that one-legged pose, take your prop, put it between your thighs, notice the feet here, and really soak the feet into the ground. Spread the toes nice and wide. Feel the thighs rolling. Lengthen your tailbone. Zip up the core. Lift up through that sternum, okay? And then take your arms alongside your body. Feel the shoulder blades go down your back. Notice how you are grounded here in the moment. Okay, and then for just a sec here, let's all inhale, take the arms up to the side. Palms up, and then arms up overhead. Those thumbs are gonna point to the back of the room. Pinkies are pointing forward. Scoot back just a little bit, try and get those hands into a whole shot here. Feel your belly and ribs pushing back. Keep lengthening your tailbone, but lift up out of your pelvis. And lifting up through the earth. Though the feet are grounded, you're becoming taller here, okay? Okay, inhale, exhale, bring your arms down nice and easy. Okay, and then you take that prop. We'll remove it from the legs here. And I want you to drop weight onto your right foot. Hold on to your prop. We're gonna go into our one-legged mountain pose. If you have a hard time with balance, feel free to go close to a wall now, okay? And then reground yourself in that mountain pose. Weight on the right foot. Zip your core. You're gonna lift the left foot up off the ground. And then take that prop, put it up high onto your left thigh, near the hip. And then you can take your hands onto your left shin and just hug that block in. Lengthen the tailbone and zip your core. That core is nice and active here, helping to support you. Stay here or release your hands from that shin and lift the arms up overhead. You might have to bend that right knee for a moment and maybe you'll push the ground away and lift a little higher, straightening those elbows. Awesome, then slowly bring the hands down, grab your prop, slowly release out. If you need to shake off the right leg, go right ahead. Okay, reestablish your foundation. Shift weight to your left foot. Lift your sternum, lengthen your tailbone, lift the right leg up. Take that prop, put it up high on that right thigh near the hip flexor there. Okay, and then you take your hands onto that right shin, lift the sternum and bring the knee up a little higher and feel that thigh hugging into the prop, and that prop hugs into the stomach area or the chest maybe. And then you're gonna release the hands if you're able to, and then take the arms up overhead. Straighten those elbows. Soft gaze. If you fall out, it's okay. Good, then slowly release those hands, grab your prop, slowly release the leg. Shake it off. Good job. Okay. And then we'll put that prop down. And we're going to go into just a little quad stretch, but then we're going to go right into a tree pose. All right. So I want you to, again, reestablish your foundation in that mountain pose. Feet are soaking down, you find length. That's fine. Drop weight over onto your right foot. Bring your left leg behind you. Grab that left foot. Take that left heel towards your glute, okay? And then notice your legs here. Let the thighs hug in towards each other, not allowing that left leg to go out to the side. And keep these hips stacked and square. You can have that right hand on your hip. Maybe you bring the right hand to the sternum, just to keep that little lift, the chest. Maybe you'll take your right hand to the left foot, hugging that left heel in towards the glute. Continue to lengthen your tailbone, lift your heart, shoulder blades work together. Again, you can be at a wall if you need assistance, or use a strap around that foot if you need help to hold on to the foot. Okay, now we're going to transition to tree. So slowly releasing the left foot, keep your core zipped. And you're going to bring your left foot anywhere below the right knee. Foot could even be on the ground to support you. Calf, or we're going to go up a little higher, right? We're putting that left foot up onto our right thigh. And you want to press that foot into the thigh presses back, hips square to the front, and we're feeling that left knee drop down and pull back. Continue to lengthen the tailbone, stand tall, hands can come to heart center, you can stay right here. Maybe you'll take the arms up overhead. Soft gaze, everybody. Deep breath in, and then slowly release. And if you need to shake off that right leg, there's a lot of load on that leg. You can even for a moment go to a wall, flex your foot, press the toes into the wall with the heel touching the ground, and then you could even lean forward a little bit. That could feel good to stretch out your calf, right? From all of that load. Okay. And releasing, shaking it off. And then coming back and doing the other side. So quad stretch here. So now we're letting that weight drop onto left foot. We're bringing our right leg back behind us. Okay, keeping our hips square, right? We don't want our right knee going out to the side. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift your heart. That left hand can come to wherever you want it to work. Left hand might even come onto your right foot. Soft gaze. Nice, everyone. Take a deep breath in. And when we exhale, slowly release out under control. Don't let that foot drop to the ground. Working in your version of tree. Are you just bringing the right toes on the ground? The right foot to the left calf. Is it going up higher onto our left thigh? And we're feeling that right foot press into that left leg. The left leg is pushing back, so they balance each other out. We're feeling that right knee drop down, opening up, but keeping your hips square to the front. Hands can come to heart center. You could stay here, or maybe you take those arms up overhead. In a soft gaze here. Notice you may, sort of wave around just a little bit. And that's normal. Just noticing how that left foot's soaking in the ground. Try not to crimp up that left foot. Let it be nice and solid, but not straining. Awesome, then slowly inhale and exhale, we'll release out. Shake it off. If you need to stretch out for a moment, you could bring that left foot into the wall. Come forward some here. You can even bend the left knee a little if you have to, keeping that foot flexed. And then release out. Awesome. And then let's all bring ourselves down onto the ground. And let's extend those legs out front. We'll remove the flesh from the sits bones, okay? And we're gonna come right into a nice forward fold here. So you may want a strap in case you're really tight in those hamstrings. You may want to sit on a block or a blanket to give you a little bit of a lift, right? Might make it a little easier to come forward. And you may bend your knees some, but still keep the legs active and keep your feet active. So those toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Have a block close by, you might need in just a sec. So we'll lift the sternum up. Okay, and then inhale, arms up overhead. And then notice here, as your sits bones press down, let's think about a cat tilt in that lower back. So you feel the pelvis press down, feel your thigh bones, shin bones push towards the earth. You feel your heels soak in the ground. Now slowly come forward. As you're coming forward, you may want to slowly bring the hands down into the ground and pause here. So you feel that first stretch, but also noticing as the legs are grounding into the earth, as are the sits bones, keeping you focused on what's happening in the moment. If you're using a strap, your hands could be on your strap, holding for a moment, okay? Lift your heart up, inhale, feel your sits bones press down and your thigh bones, and then maybe walk your hands a little further forward, you bring your torso a little closer towards the legs. And we're pausing again, the feet are active, shoulder weight staying down, back. Keep the lengthening of the tailbone down, feel your heart reaching forward, and then maybe you come in a little deeper. Maybe the hands will actually come onto your shins or the ankles. They could come onto your feet if it's comfortable, as long as you have a nice long spine. Some of us may take our block and place it at the balls of the feet, still working your shoulder blades down your back, and you may bring your heart a little closer towards the feet, getting a little bit of a stretch for those calves, right? As we did some good standing poses there, so it's nice to give them a little bit of love. Stretching out a little bit more. Make sure you're not collapsing in your spine, right? That you're not rounding here, causing that compression, right? We still have a lift of the heart and it's reaching forward. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, we'll slowly come up. Releasing out. Maybe you bend those knees and just bring the knees into the chest and hug them in for a sec. Okay. And then the legs will be extended out front. You have an extra block. Put that block on the outside of your right hip and back. We're going to keep our left leg straight here, pressing that left thigh bone down. Those left toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Bring the right leg in. And then take your right foot up and over that left leg and bring that bottom of that right foot touching the ground and feel all four press points of that right foot under the pinky toe, big toe, and either side of your heel soak in the ground, okay? Left foot's active. Hug that right knee with that left arm, lift your chest, but feel those sits bones really push down, and we're lifting up with the torso to the ground, but we're being rooted with those sits bones and our left thigh bone into the earth. Inhale, exhale, we'll slowly twist here. To the right, you put your right hand on your block, put a little micro bend in your elbow, press the arm bone back in your shoulder socket, and you're gently rotating right. Now, if you're broad chested here and it's hard to twist to the right with this right leg crossing over, your mission would be to keep the the right leg straight, and then bending your left knee here, left arm on the inside of your left leg, and then you rotate right here. All right? So you do what's going to be best for you. Well, we all want to find that lift through the spine, but we're being grounded through the sits bones. Deep breath in, and then exhale, let's all release back to center. Release. Right leg, and we're changing sides here. So we're bringing the left leg in, making sure we also have that extra prop on the outside of that left glute and back. Left foot over right leg. Right leg is very active, right toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Wrapping that right arm around that left knee. Lifting our sternum up, inhaling, exhaling, we're twisting left. A little micro bend on that left elbow, press the arm back in the shoulder socket. Continue to lift up through the spine. Through those sits bones, really pressing down. Soft gaze to the left. You have to modify, remember, if you're broad chested, have your left leg straight and have the right knee bent in as you're twisting left. Inhale, exhale, we slowly release out. Releasing left leg, and then here, your choice with the legs straight. Hands can come behind you and you just lift the sternum up, a little gentle back bend. Or you could bend those knees. The feet touch the earth. Knees stay hugging in. In fact, if you'd like to, put a block between those knees to keep the thighs in it. Hips width apart. Bend the elbows slightly, inhale. As we exhale, lift the pelvis up, okay? Lengthen your tailbone. Make sure here that the ankles are not going back behind the knees. We're lifting that pelvis. You can look up or look back if that's better for your neck. Shoulder blades work together. And then slowly release. Release your prop. And then make your way onto your back for a little bit of relaxation. You deserve it. You grounded yourself here in your practice. Let's just make sure that we're doing our best in every way possible and doing what's right to help out good old Mother Earth, okay? So everybody, thanks for tuning in. Happy Earth Day. Do some good out in the world, and we'll see you guys soon. Namaste.